It's War Dragon time, RPW here with another beginner's guide to War Dragons. Today we're going to talk about egg missions and why these are super important to your growth. Now the most important reason is, of course, without that you can't breed and hatch your dragons. So make sure that when you go in every day, if this says egg tokens, that you click on it and see what's waiting for you inside. If it has a timer on it, it means you've done some and you need to wait until your next egg token mission. And you can get quite a bit of these done in a day's time. As you see, the first one there, that's usually every hour. The second one, I believe, is every 3 hours. And your last one is, I believe, 18 hours, every 18 hours. So what do we do to get these? Now, if you notice on the first one, it says defeat 2 bases using Rizar. Second one says 3 bases with Kieran. And then, of course, the last one says destroy 10 fire turrets. And at the top, it tells me that I have to use a level 84 or higher in order to get this. So if you're, let's say, a level 40, it might give you the option of maybe a 28. So make sure that whenever you use a base to attack, that you use that minimum required level, or it's not going to count. So let's go ahead and go in, and I'm going to show you one of the cool bases that I use. Now, if I'm trying to just defeat bases, there's a base called Miss Mercy. Make sure you write this down because you should email her and bookmark this base. But in this base, there's literally nothing but the main island. So it's really easy to go in and quickly finish out your egg missions. Now, I'm doing this with multipliers. I don't suggest this, but this is something that you can do after you finish your multipliers. So I just literally went in and swapped Kieran and went over to Rizar because I know that he also needs to defeat a base. All right, and I'm going to this easily clear it out. And if you have something with a warrior on it, it does it for you. So it's so easy. And the first time you attack this base, you'll actually get your maximum amount of medals, but you're not going to get anything when it comes to resources. Okay, so now that we have that finished, we can go back and we can collect up our egg tokens that we just earned. But let's go ahead and hop in there and see how long. Okay, so it's going to be every 4 hours for the center. So I think it's 1, 4, and 16. Not for sure on the last one, but you'll see it when you do it. Okay, so when we go in here, we're going to go ahead and do another attack, and I'm going to show you how you can actually knock out 2 of these at once. Now, I can't necessarily take out 2 because I need to destroy 10 fire turrets, and this base only has 6. But if I take Rizar in here, and he's a platinum dragon, so he can actually take out the farms, then I can not only defend the base, or sorry, defeat the base, but I can get 6 of my fire turrets. Now, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me do this video all the way through, so let's go ahead and speed it up. Okay, so let's say you're needing to do ice turrets. They've got ice turrets in here. They've got dark flax. They just recently changed it up where now they even have, I'm thinking the trebuchet. And by the way, I got that right that time. But our focus is, of course, these fire turrets. So by the end of this one attack, I should have 6 of my 10, but I'll also go ahead and get my defeating a base with Rizar. I could have done this base alone and swapped at the end with Kieran and literally knocked out all of my missions within 2 attacks because I'm only going to get 6 of the 10. So when we get out of here, I'll click return home, and there they are. This is the ones for defeating a base with Rizar. Now I need to destroy 10 fire turret or 4 more fire turrets. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here again and finish it up. Now, in order to get these fire turrets to count, you do not have to beat the actual base. All you have to do is destroy the turrets. So once you've got the turrets, you can leave. You don't have to take out the farms, which I'm going to do in this one, but you don't have to take those out if it's just to finish a mission where they're saying, for example, take out 4 ice turrets. All you have to do is go in, destroy those, and swap an end. Now, let's say that instead they want you to destroy 2 million in damage. This is a great base for that because you're pretty well guaranteed to get that even if you can't get the farms 100%. So if it's for destruction of a certain amount, use this base too. It is fantastic. Or, as I said before, the mission base. Okay, so finishing that out. Now we can go out and collect our egg tokens. All right, so there we go. If you'll notice, we are done with 58 minutes to spare. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back in and look at our menu again. I want to show you guys something, see if you've noticed. I can get 40 egg tokens plus 40 more on my first one, and then 160 on my second, and a total of 320 on my third. Now, the reason is because not only do I have an elite membership, but I did claim the boosts in the season. And this is why I say it's very important that we do that right off the bat, because let's say you claim that boost at the end, then it's not going to do you any good because the season is ended. So if you get that, let's say you don't have the elite account and you do get that, you're not just going to get 20, 40, and 80. Instead, you're going to get 40, 80, and 160. So this is a really great way to double something up if you don't actually have the elite account. But if you do, it is truly worth getting that right off the bat. I mean, at least within a few weeks, because if you notice, I actually am getting 4 times the normal amount because it's doubling up what I get with my boost as well. So instead of getting 40 plus 20 or 80 plus 40, I'm actually getting 40 plus 40, 80 plus 80. So this is a really great item that I think everybody should take advantage of, because we really need those egg tokens. I mean, realistically. So what do you do with these egg tokens? I think everybody knows. You're going to save them for the breeding event. Try not to spend this in between because it really will add up. You're going to miss out on a lot of points if you don't save them back. Now, another thing to take note of is on the bottoms of each little square, you're going to see a trash can. If you, for example, put away a dragon and you're not going to be able to get to it, you can delete a mission and start over, but you are going to have to wait. And you can speed this up using rubies, but as I say in every other video, using rubies for speed ups is not worth it, so don't do that. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. These bases are only good if you are specifically taking out towers, or you're trying to just defeat a base, or you are simply taking out a certain amount of damage. If it's to loot lumber or food, you're going to have to do that in the matchmaking, because these are not going to give you the lumber or the food that you need in those. Now, I know the feeding event really has nothing to do with egg token missions, but I do want to point out that whenever you do breed a dragon, once you start building up its XP and you've gotten it to breedable, only build XP, because you will have a feeding event once every season where you can feed your dragons, which means if you have nothing to feed, you're not going to get very many points. So if they're junk dragons, do not train them, save them. Well, there was a short little video on what you should do for your egg token missions. If you liked my video, please give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the little bell for notifications, you won't miss a video every time a new one's posted. Happy hunting!